First of all, I need to congratulate Ishmael Barroso. He got me a very good shot. It was a punch from the gods. On the Monday, I realised that I wasn't sleeping that much. I still wasn't sleeping that much. I was getting less sleep after jet lag than I was getting during my jet lag, and this really didn't make sense. They had the casino on the ground floor in this hotel, and people don't know that what they do in the casinos, they make the temperature perfect. They put more oxygen into the air. This isn't a conspiracy, this is actually facts. I've spoken about this to many people, a lot of people involved in the hotel business, in the casino business that are in the hotels, and they pump extra oxygen into the atmosphere in the casino so that people can be there all day gambling, and not be tired. That's why you go to certain ones. You see people there from morning till night. They're not tired. They don't need no sleep because they're pumping more oxygen into the air that people just don't need to sleep. And in our bedrooms, they had big air vents in the fucking bedrooms. And then I realised I was up at I was going to bed about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. I'm just laying down. I can't sleep. I'll be on my phone scrolling through Instagram. And while I was doing that at 3 in the morning, I realised the young people that are here with me, there was about 6 of us. They were on Instagram too. I'm thinking, what are you doing up at this time? They're thinking, what are you doing up at this time? You're fucking fired. I'm like, I can't sleep tonight. I can't sleep too. I should have realised this earlier. Got out of the hotel, booked an Airbnb, and stayed in the Airbnb. When I look back, this is one of the biggest mistakes that I made. It's only towards the Thursday, Friday, I spoke to a few people and I realised these fucking air vents, mate. They're pumping stuff into the air. You might call me a conspiracy theory, but mate, you go do your own research.
Wow, people. What's going on? It's your man, the White Bee, back once again. So, we just heard there from Ohara Davies. This is one of the maddest ones I've heard yet. I ain't gonna lie to no one here. Listen, that right there was one of the maddest ones I've ever heard. They are pumping air through my air vents. And listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. What he's saying is true. Yeah, gambling places, they make sure the ambiance, they make sure they make sure there's no windows so you can't tell whether it's night or day. They make sure the lights not too bright, not too dark. They control the air temperature. Maybe they do control the oxygen content as well. That's all a fact. Two things here. Number one, I'd be intrigued to know, because let's not forget, people, Ohara Davies and Ishmael Barroso, they're not big names. So it's highly likely if Ohara Davies was at the same... Well, they're staying at the hotel that they're fighting in, right? So 60,000-year-old. Let's not forget the video I did yesterday, people. It's been proven. Let me see if I've got the picture here. Boom, I have. It's been proven. This cat here who knocked Ohara Davies spark out Ishmael Barroso, aka the 70,000-year-old Mayan Egyptian mummified Donny. Yeah? If Mr. 75-year-old, the last Mayan, that's a fact, people. This guy's the last Mayan. Bottom line. Yeah? Go watch the film Apocalypse. Is it Apocalypse? I'm not sure. Maybe it's not. Mel Gibson. Yeah? And they're running through the jungle. Amazon thing. Mayan thing. Where they cut the heads off and the heads roll down the big triangle thing. 100%. Go watch that. This cat here is in that film. Yeah? In fact, no. This cat here was advising on the film. Why? Films often... I don't know. If there's a film about a war, they'll bring in Iraq veterans to kind of... There's a particular name they got for it. Essentially, make sure the scenes are correct. If they're doing a film about finance, they'll bring in finance people to make sure the language they're using, to make sure the environment's right, etc., etc. 100%. This guy was brought in to help. In fact, he does multiple roles. This cat here does multiple roles. Any role involving the Mayans, the ancient Egyptians, any one of them, this guy, he on the advising team to make sure they got it one for one. Why is Ishmael Barroso on the advising team? Because he was there, people. Yeah? The same way they bring in, if they're doing a film about Iraq or Afghanistan, the same way they bring in veterans, because they was there. Yeah? No one can tell you how it was better than the people who was there. Ishmael Barroso can tell you. How do you think they know heads were rolling down the big kind of, I don't know what they call it, the big triangle thing, the big massive whatever it was? How do you think they know that? Yeah? There's no blood left on there. It's been washed off. There's no heads left. They've been wherever. They know this because Ishmael Barroso was there. Yeah? Here's an actual account from the Mayan times. Again, how do you, oh, well, what it be? The Mayan calendar, it ended, I think it was 2020 or 2010 or whatever it was. The Mayan calendar, or 2012. Oh, the Mayan calendar, 2012. How do you think they know that? How do you think we know that? How do you think we know about the Mayan calendar being 2012? Because Ishmael Barroso told us from 50,000 years ago. Come on, get serious here. How else would he know? There ain't no books from the Mayan times left. I'm not even sure them dons were writing in that sense. There's no books. We know because this cat here was there. He saw it. Ishmael Barroso, #1 Mayan. And at that time, what's the Mayans? What's the Mexican Mayans got to do with Egypt? Well, they was all pottering about at that time. Yeah, if you look into it, they built these relatively big ships, and the Mayans, and there's like, I watched a documentary. I think it might have been Graham Hancock's thing. Either way, a documentary basically said that they've got a whole bunch of Mayan stuff and a whole bunch. So on, as far as the globe goes, allegedly, could be flat, who knows? As far as whatever it is goes, there's like this longitude and latitude, either way, and the pyramids line up. There's pyramids built in Egypt, and there's pyramids built in kind of South America, and they all line up in a particular line. And people basically speculating that, number one, how would they have lined up all in one line? And number two, how would 10 completely independent groups, because it was alleged at that time people living in Mexico or South America wouldn't have known anything about Egyptians because they were 10,000 miles away. There was no Wizz Airlines. There was no British Airlines to fly you across the globe or whatever. How would they know? How would they know to start building these great triangle-like whatever structures? I'll tell you how they know. Barroso was there. Yeah, Barroso is a man of many worlds. He knocked about for a few thousand years. He was knocking about with the Egyptians. Then he was knocking about with the Mayans. That's the bottom line. Do you understand? Either way, the point I'm getting at is, yeah, listen, Ishmael, the Mayan Egyptian mummy Barroso, he was in the hotel too. Yeah, so whatever gases they was putting into Ohara Davies's room, you can best believe 60,000-year-old Barroso had the same gases. So as far as my money goes, bear in mind, Ohara Davies admitted, as we all did, Barroso is old as you like. Yeah? Barroso is biblically old. Let's not forget that, people. The Bible has to bow its head to Barroso. Why? He was around 10,000 years before the Bible. Oops. Do you understand? Not even the Bible can stand up to Barroso. He's been seen that. That's just a bit of whoosh. That's a little bit of a note. Oh yeah, they wrote this book on that day for him because he's seen it all. Do you understand? So if his old ass can take some oxygen in the room, and really the argument don't even make sense. If anything, it should be a benefit. I couldn't sleep because they were pumping in oxygen to my room. Basically, they give you a free... Do you know how much people are paying? I think it's a hyperbaric chamber. A hyperbaric chamber, or something like that. Essentially, you can pay for treatments here. You go into this chamber and it's pure oxygen, and you're supposed to come out refreshed and buzzing. Ohara Davies is complaining about his room being pumped with oxygen. And him and all of his men were so buzzing they couldn't even sleep. Yeah? So make your mind up. Is the room pumped with oxygen so much so that you can't sleep and so much so that you're buzzing, or is it not? Now, I'm being facetious here. I understand what he means. He's basically saying, well, I couldn't sleep much. Again, maybe Barroso couldn't sleep much. Although, Barroso's had a lot of time to train how to sleep, right? When you've been knocking out, like some people have anxiety or whatever and they can't sleep at night. When you've been around for 10,000 years, trust me, you know how to sleep. To make it 10,000 years, it's not because you've been missing sleep every night, is it? Come on now. This guy know how to sleep, so I'll give that to Ohara Davies. Barroso is probably the wrong guy to bet on not being able to sleep. He'd been sleeping. How do you think you get to 10,000-year-old? You don't do that from having no sleep. So yeah, but no, on a serious note, this is bad, people. This is bad. Ohara, there's nothing wrong with the room, 100%. Yeah? The reason you probably weren't sleeping was anxiety, which is normal. Yeah? You had 4 hours sleep and you woke up realising that anxiety works both ways in my experience. Well, for people who have anxiety, it works both ways. Well, let me speak for myself. For me, if I'm buzzing about something, I don't know, or let's say I'm negging out. If your man the YB's negging out on a bad one, I'll wake up anxious, or I'll wake up in the night anxious. But even if I'm buzzing, yeah, let's say, I don't know, let's say the YB 5 years ago was fixing to go to the rave and fixing to pop 2-2 Molly, yeah? The night before, the anticipation would be building in me. I'd be anxious. I wouldn't be able to sleep because I'm so buzzing to pop that Mickey. Do you understand? And I believe that's what happened to Ohara Davies. Ohara Davies was laying there thinking, I can't believe my luck. I'm about to go in there with a 70-year-old man. Wow, the gods have blessed me. I'm so excited to get this W. And I was feeling the same. Genuinely, I was buzzing for Ohara. I thought, you know what? Fair play to the guy, man. This is his time. He's been basically given an opportunity here. Oops. Yeah. Oops. That's all you can say. And really, that's what Ohara should be saying now. And I did a video the other day on this. And Ohara was very humble. I feel sorry for the guy. Because like I said, he'll never get another one of these ones. Never. Anyway, before I finish, this is O'Hara's reacted to the criticism he's got.
Good morning. So,
about complaining about the hotel room, yeah, so peep this.
Good morning. So, I've seen a video clip of me. It's gone viral. I think Michael Benson put it online, actually. So what he's done is that he's gone on my YouTube page, taken a 20-minute video clip that I've uploaded, screen recorded 2 minutes of it, and put that 2 minutes onto his social media platforms, and has taken what I said completely out of context. If you watch the whole video, the first thing I say is, I lost the fight because I got caught with a fucking good shot. I made a mistake. I overreached with the right hand, and I got countered. I wasn't going to recover. I couldn't recover. It was a fucking good shot on the side of my head. I wasn't going to recover in time. I say, congratulations to Ishmael Grosso. He won the fight, fair and square. So the part where I spoke about the hotel situation and the sleeping situation was in response. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. It was in response to the many people that was asking me why I was looking so tired during the fight. Okay, because I had many people asking me why I looked so tired before the fight.
Again, I don't think you look tired, bro. All due respect. Yeah, let's not forget this, people. When you're fighting a cat who looked like this, I'm not knocking it as well. I've given him his credit. Yeah, I'm not expecting. Who here is expecting to see the last living Mayan to look better than this? I think he looks damn good, truth be known. The fact he's still knocking on 10,000 years later, fair play to the guy. But equally, come on now. Oh, Ohara, why did you look tired? Bro, look at the man you're in there with. He been tired. This guy been tired for the last 9,000... Okay, let's say... let's not forget as well. Back in them times, people didn't live that long. Yeah, 30 was the average. So, if you think you're tired, Ohara, at 31 or whatever it is, how much tired do you think this cat is? Yeah, he is 9,970 years older than you. So please don't use a tired excuse. Yeah, this guy, he made, truthfully, if there's one human who know what tired means, it's this guy. He begging for a rest, but he's still tearing that young ass up, end of the day. Bottom line, yeah, his main ass still tear that young ass up. In fact, your young ass up, unfortunately for you. Anyway. People have to, that's human nature. You have to find, to carry on doing what you're doing, you have to find a justification for it. I believe it's actually good. It's a bit like Wilder, when Wilder lost. Him finding a justification, that means you're still hungry. The worst thing you can do is what we've seen Wilder do in his last fight. No excuse, oh, I'm too happy and I'm smiling still. That's when you know someone's finished. I'd rather see people throwing things at the wall. That if nothing else, deludes themselves into believing I've still got it kind of thing. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell 100%.